It's Thursday, July 2nd. Welcome aboard to this edition of Barnstable Today. I'm Kevin Friel.
And I'm Andrew Gobiel. Thank you very much for joining us.
We'd like to remind you that the meetings we cover are available on demand at the town's website. Check them out at www.town.barnstable.ma.us.
And coming up in just a moment, we'll give you a complete list of all of the activities for the 4th of July weekend here in the town of Barnstable. We'll tell you about parades, we'll tell you about fireworks, we'll tell you about some parking bans and some other events going on as well. For now, however, we talk about something that has gone on in the property department here in the town of Barnstable. Actually purchased land where an old motel was located in front of one of the most popular beaches in the town of Barnstable. Kevin had an opportunity earlier this week to talk with Alicia Stanley to talk about where that new property is going and what's going to happen as a result of the town's purchase of it.
As just mentioned, I'm with Alicia Stanley from the town's Growth Management Department. We're on a parcel of land in Centerville, down off of Craigville Beach Road, just across the street from Craigville Beach. And Alicia, what once was the Sunny Sands Hotel is now no more. Tell us a little bit about this scene that we see right now.
Well, the town acquired this property in fiscal year '09, and the goal was to create open space. What you're seeing now is phase one of the demolition. They took down a hotel and a garage, and they've been moving material out. Today's Wednesday. I believe that they're going to be taking the rest of this out, and I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, by Thursday the fence will be installed and all the grading will be taking place.
Could you talk a little bit more in detail about what the plans are for the future of this parcel?
Sure, absolutely. The proposed plan when we acquired this property was for open space and recreation. No parking will be included in that plan, so that's why the fencing is going to be coming in to deter people from parking here. We've got lovely parking across the way for the beach. The phase two is more of just keeping it as open space, and we've got a couple proposals on the table, but they have not been fully discussed yet. An idea came out as a organic garden or nursery where this could house beach grass and other natural vegetation that's low maintenance that the town could use here or in other parts of the town. So it's almost like a nursery similar to the 725 project in Hyannis.
That's a great plan, Alicia. Could you tell us a little bit about the process of finally getting to this point? How did the town acquire this, and what were the funds that were used to acquire the property?
Community Preservation Act funds were used to acquire the property out of the open space set-asides. That was done at an auction, actually, last year. So once everything was closed down, we had enough funds left over to complete this process of the demolition and the future maintenance of this area.
And this property is certainly in a unique area for the town of Barnstable. Could you tell us a little bit about the uniqueness, what the property is? There's some upland. There's also a private road that kind of swings to the back. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, absolutely. This property actually consists of about 2.7 acres. Way over here you see a lot of grass and a lot of green, though that's considered the wetlands. This area is about 1/3 of it. These are the uplands, and this is where the area we would be utilizing for the garden or nursery or the open space section. There is a private road, if you will, that abuts this property, and it brings you back to a few houses back here, a lot of wonderful neighbors I've been dealing with during this process. And they're really excited. They're looking forward to not having to see the back of the Sunny Sands Motel. So people are happy, the community's happy. I think that this is going to be a really great asset for this area. The undevelopment and taking septic systems out of the ground are definitely a plus for us here.
The Sunny Sands Hotel had been defunct for some period of time.
A few years, yeah.
A couple of years that it wasn't in business. And this is just a piece of kind of the greater picture of property that you have been working on over the last couple of years. And we'd like to get a little bit of a taste of some of the other projects that you've worked on. So people see this project as the demo. It's not quite finished yet. What are some of the other properties where someone could see what the final result might look like or might be similar to around town?
Sure, I have an actual a great example. It would be the location on Pleasant Street. It actually connects the Bismore Park, Azleton Park, all the way up through Pleasant Street. We acquired property using CPA funds and state grant funds. We took down demolition of a house, a structure that was there, installed a walkway which is consistent with the walkway to the sea, with the wave, the cobblestone wave. Beautiful plantings. This is actually the first season that it's been able to be in use. They finished the product last October, I believe. So the plants are coming up. People are using the site. We have light posts in there. It's beautiful. A lot of people have really remarked on how much that really adds to that area. And we're very blessed because Craig Witten with Witten Landscaping, who did the initial work, he signed on to adopt that spot for a little bit longer. So he'll be helping us out with the maintenance and the upkeep of that property. That's
a wonderful partnership that you've formed over there on Pleasant Street. Now that is vital to the downtown Hyannis Harbor area because it provides that link from one end of the harbor over to the other. From the Steamship Authority to the High Line, you can now walk that entire way right along the water. It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Could you tell us a little bit more about how the Pleasant Street property transformed over the year? It went from a building into the walkway, and could you tell us about how that is similar to how you work on other projects?
Sure. When you start out, you first of all have to come up with a plan, and sometimes that's the hardest part because everybody has an idea. Although they're all very good, you have to pick one. So it's kind of going through the process with town staff and counselors and deciding what's the best part for this. Once you get that, then you get the plans rolling. You have an environmental assessment of the property. You have a landscape architect come in, provide a plan. And it has to be tweaked here and there, and you look for funding sources, which is a huge key component. And once you have that set in stone, you go out to bid. The buildings come down. Demolition is the phase 1. The phase 2 is prepping the site, and the phase 3 is the installation of the planting or the landscaping fixtures. And then the final phase is just figuring out how we're going to maintain it and where we're going to be able to find funds for the maintenance. Hopefully they're tucked into the original set aside.
Again, we are on the property here at the Sunny Sands Motel in Craigville, in Barnstable. We're with Alicia Parker. Alicia, thanks a lot for helping us out today.
Kevin, and again, Alicia Stanley, located over in front of Craigville Beach. For now, however, let's get into some of the events that are going to be taking place for the 4th of July holiday here in the town of Barnstable.
Starting on Saturday of the 4th, the parades begin in West Barnstable and Barnstable at 10:30 a.m. at the County Complex. That parade ends at the Village Hollow.
And in the village of Centerville, their parade starts at 10 o'clock at the Centerville Elementary School. It ends at the Centerville Recreation Building with a number of events to take place at the Rec Building athletic fields there.
Over in Cotuit, beginning at 11 a.m. at the Cotuit Post Office, their parade will end at the Cotuit Elementary School.
In Hyannisport, their parade starts at 11 o'clock in front of the Hyannisport Post Office. There's actually a road race scheduled that begins at 9 in the morning.
In Osterville, beginning at 11 a.m. on Webster Street and ending on Warren Street, their parade will take place.
Now here's what's going on in Hyannis. The parade in Hyannis starts at 4 o'clock on Main Street, works its way down around South Street. There is going to be a children's bicycle decorating contest on the Village Green. That's going to precede the parade. And we want to remind you that there is going to be a parking ban in effect from 2 until 6:30 on Main Street. That, of course, Saturday afternoon.
Also coupled with that Hyannis celebration, the Barnstable Town Band will be playing at the Village Green from 5:30 in the evening until 7 p.m.
And another free concert, the Cape Cod Conservatory Jazz Ensemble is going to be playing at Osselton Park at 7 o'clock until dusk.
As far as the fireworks are concerned, they are beginning at dusk, approximately 9 p.m. Best viewing options for those fireworks are in Asselton Park, Bismore Park, and Veterans Park Beach. Just a reminder, there is a parking ban on Ocean Street, Old Colony Boulevard, and at Calmus Beach from 5 p.m. until midnight.
And all of this information can be found on the town's website at town.barnstable.ma.us. That's the listing right down there below us. Also, if you would like to find out information about recreation offices located on South Street, if you'd like to purchase a beach sticker, that location and those times will be found on the website as well. For Kevin Friel, I'm Andrew Gobiel. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a great night.